Joe Cronin Show presents a show with attitude. Beyond the matches. Behind the storylines. State of the WWE.
Hey everybody, welcome into State of the WWE episode. I don't know what it is, but I appreciate you guys being here. The Dead on Dave is here with me as well.
Whoop whoop!
Yeah, we're about to hurt people.
That's right. We're gonna put them through the table.
And we're gonna donate money to the children's. No, that makes no sense at all.
Oh, by the way, real quick before we get started.
Yes.
For all you little sons of bitches in the comment section who had a fucking problem, I didn't like Dave anyway. Well, guess what, motherfuckers?
Yeah, there's some real hate.
Hope you're happy.
There's some actual hate going on.
Yeah, what the fuck? Not until I was gone. And then as soon as I was gone, well, not even 8 days, I hated that. Oh, he was no good anyway. Joe, fuck him. Fuck him in the ear, Joe.
You made them, Joe, and you can break them. That was my favorite. I think that was the funniest comment.
Oh my, yeah.
And you can break them. Oh man, it was there was something wrong with some people, but it was funny. Yeah. Some of them were funny. I don't know. Not everybody likes everybody. And that's the thing.
Friends.
It's well, Drew Galloway is talking about his TNA deal in the news, and I wanted to mention him. How come? I mean, this guy was like the chosen one. He was going to be the dude. And then I don't know if they realized like, oh, wait, this guy sucks. He's got no personality.
Yeah.
But then in TNA, it seems like he's kind of got a personality.
You know, it's weird with him. You know, he got the whole chosen one thing in WWE. And it seemed like he was going to get a push, and then his matches got boring. He really did nothing, and the WWE lost interest real friggin' quick. But yeah, now he's over and he's working with different talent over in TNA, and it seems like he is kind of rising to the top. Now the question is he rising to the top in a lower talent pool, or is he rising to the top because the talent was always there and WWE just missed the boat? Which is what a lot of people feel about this kid, because everybody loved Drew McIntyre after he left. You know, it was like, why aren't you pushing him? And then he's gone like, oh, you should have pushed him more. And I don't know.
Well, here's him pushing himself.
William Wallace, I'm willing to suffer for my cause. And in the end, we won like we're going to win. You're not just fighting me. Shut up, Loki. No, you're not fighting me. You're fighting everybody.
You stand up. You're standing up there.
Like what? Like where was this?
Okay, but that sucked though.
Yeah, he but I know, but you're right. And what he said, I think he just said the same thing twice.
He just basically ranted incoherently.
But he looks serious. Like he looks like he's not just walking around not saying anything. But let's see what else he's got to say here.
It's me. I want you. It's going to be a hell of a match.
What? Okay, maybe WWE didn't get it wrong here. What the fuck was that?
I want you. It's going to be a hell of a match. What the fuck? Wait a minute.
I'm going to kick the leg out of your leg.
You see your leg? I hope you don't like it, because it's going to be gone.
I'm going to kick the leg out of your leg.
I'm
going to win. To suffer for my cause, and in the end, we won like we're going to win.
What? We get on Roman Reigns for a hell of a lot less than this.
You know, it's like the opposite of Reigns. Like Reigns can't get out the good stuff. He can get it all out, but it don't make any sense. We're gonna win like we want to win.
We raped Roman Reigns for declare, and he just said we're gonna win like we want to win, and that's nothing. We're just gonna let that go. No, we're not letting that go.
I've been thinking about this all day. I oh my God, you know it's funny? I'm not kidding. You can't get any more organic than this. I was thinking like, really, why did they get rid of Drew McIntyre? And then I had a clip of him from Impact, which I had not watched. I had no idea, and I
didn't watch it either. I had no idea.
And I was gonna say, let's see what he's got to say here. Let's see, because looks like he's cutting a promo in this video.
it's kind of fucked up because I started defending the guy. You know, like,
Yeah.
like when you brought it up, I was like, well, maybe it's because they saw something more in him. I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, but I was going with it. Then we heard the clip, and I'm like, oh my God.
The end of Braveheart, because much like William Wallace, I'm willing to suffer for my cause, and in the end, we won like we're gonna win. No, you're not fighting me. You're fighting everybody.
You stand up. You're standing up there by yourself. I can kick your ass in this ring by myself. Dudes, stand down. Get your ass in there now.
You want me low key?
Let's go.
Trust me, I want you. It's gonna be a hell of a match.
Yes, Drew McIntyre and Caval. Let's do it.
You want me? I want you. It's gonna be a hell of a match.
Shut up, Loki.
Who
He
wants
sounded like Thor. It was like, what were we watching? Freaking Thor there?
Like, if he didn't say all that other stuff, the shut up was good, but then everything else was.
Go. Trust me, I want you. It's gonna be a hell of a match. You want it. You want it. Do you want it? Hey. Ain't gonna be just me.
What is this? Who are these guys?
Then he got in there and he like spine busted the dude on the side of the.
I have no idea.
I enjoy his like the intensity that he has. I mean, that's the only thing. But if you could only like kind of like, I do like his look. I like that he's in jeans. He looks a little more like real. He doesn't look like he's some kind of mystery, you know. And the accent's great, but what he's saying is obviously not. Oh, he's gonna talk more.
Professional wrestling. This is it. This is us standing up. This is the rising.
I thought he was going to say Sparta.
Oh wow, this is Sparta.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going with.
What? Oh
and
my
people
God!
are saying, look, I hate the Blast TNA. I really do, but come on, man. It's not a viable alternative at this point. I think everyone that is not any much better. Any much better? Yeah, sure, that'll work. Then declare, you know? I mean, come on.
Yeah, this is well, no, this is worse because declare Roman Reigns was at least it was just a skip up in a promo,
Sure.
which always ruins the promo because you start. What happens is you think, oh, this is fake. Like that's what happens when Roman goes, I declare, like, oh, this is fake. But the difference is here with Drew, I don't think, oh, this is fake. I think, oh, he can't talk. You don't have a promo.
I think it's not entertaining. It's like, this is boring to me. Like, guys screaming at each other is completely fine. I like the old school screaming promo as much as the next guy, but I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. He just didn't say anything. It was very weird. It was like it's just generically saying like very goofy what's the word, like cheesy things.
Yeah it is very corny
Leah's calling me about her tattoo because she just finished her tattoo up, so she was calling me. Well, let's get this. I guess I should move to State of the WWE, right? Because we
probably should talk about WWE at some point, right?
Since this is so far it's been TNA.
It has been all TNA.
Because much like William Wallace, I'm willing to suffer for my cause.
Can you say movie names too? Because he said Braveheart.
Yeah, right. He's gonna get TNA's getting a letter. This is it.
This is us standing up. This is the rising.
He throws the mic all like elegantly too. It's really funny.
Does he?
It's like you you look great, and then you talk, and now I see, now we know why was Drew not allowed to talk? Why did he not get a spot in WWE to do this? And then someone says, go out there, this is the angle, say what you want about him, and let's do it. Well, there you go.
That's what you get.
This is what you get, guys. So let's.
So maybe the McMahon puppet master, the hand up your ass, isn't such a bad thing all the time after all. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's not. It's just it needs to be. We need a Vince Russo in there too, and
no, maybe a Jim Cornette, but I don't know if we.
No, I think we need. I think both of them. I think Vince Russo is clearly came up with many ideas that were perfect, and he did half the stuff we loved in the Attitude Era was Vince Russo. But
fair enough. But as I did a show today, I did the top 5 worst ring names of all time. He also gave us General Huge Erection. Okay, he also gave us that. He also okayed Booker T to come out as GI Bro.
I can explain this too, by the way. So what happens is, because he was doing so well with other stuff, and Vince changed, you know what I mean? It only works because Vince manipulated it after he filtered it.
Vince McMahon needs to be his filter, no question.
But because without Vince McMahon, Vince Russo is out of his mind, and without Vince Russo, Vince McMahon, we get Max Moon. So that's what happens. Really, that's what happens. So
we get Adrian Neville in a cape.
Okay, wait a minute. Leo sent me a message. Let's see what she says.
Hey, I am on my way home. I just got to stop at CVS and grab Aquaphor or whatever, because you get to put lotion on it all the time. So I'm just about to get on the highway. If you need anything from CVS, let me know, and then I'll be home right after that.
It's a weird message. I don't know why.
I hope you don't mind, but I had them tattoo a third nipple.
Yeah, I don't. I'm actually with the tattoo guy right now.
Yeah. He says hi. He's
So
got very strong hands.
let's move. The first thing I want to go into is Stone Cold Steve Austin, and all this chippiness that's been going on with the Jericho. By the way, also this correlates to 2 topics: Steve Austin having an issue with the WWE, and not being at WrestleMania, not doing the Tough Enough. Now his podcast isn't on there. Then we get Jericho, who I was gonna rip to shreds.
Yeah.
But we find out that the format between Stone Cold's real podcast, Jericho's real podcast, and the format on the WWE Network is actually different. And the network format is consistent even with a different host for the most part. I think it was a little bit more watered down, obviously.
It's Jericho. It was Jericho and Cena.
But it wasn't Jericho's podcast Jericho.
No.
Because Jericho's podcast Jericho is not always that good. But I was very interested in that podcast.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't mind it too much. I also found very interesting what Stone Cold Steve Austin said on his podcast about all these rumors. I'm sure you'll want to get into that in a moment too.
Yes, tell me what he said, because I have a big...
Oh, you don't know?
No, I have a page in front of me of what happened, but I was going to go into everything, and I think that would kill people. So if you just want to throw out quotes, because I don't have them, then go for it.
Basically, categorically, every single rumor that's coming out about him missing WWE because of heat between the company, absolutely false. He was never contacted to go. There was no plans in place. They never talked to him, and he doesn't have a problem with them. They don't have a problem with him. Tough Enough. He was supposed to do Tough Enough. They were supposed to film between February and March, but because of nobody's fault, he even says it's not WWE's fault. They haven't even started filming yet. They're about to, and now I have an obligation to Broken Skull Ranch, so I can't do that. There's no heat. There's no reason why I'm not doing it there. Then he says Jericho's podcast. Once again, it's not because of heat. We were having discussions about doing the deal to have the podcast on more frequently, but because of reasons that I don't really need to discuss, the deal didn't happen. It's not because of heat. There's absolutely no truth to Vince having a problem with any of the questions that I asked him or Triple H. He goes, there's no heat from me going to them, and there's no heat from them going to me. We'll probably work together very soon. It'll be like gangbusters. That's what he said on his podcast.
Okay, that's good. Good. Yeah. I'm glad you had it all, because I didn't have to do anything then.
I did a show on the other day.
I haven't seen that yet, obviously. I'm 2 days behind on shows. Lilian Garcia is having surgery. She left a comment. Here's her comment.
I'm getting ready to go into surgery. That's right. I tore my meniscus in my right knee, and I have to get it.
She tore her meniscus.
Fixed. Yeah, I wish that I could be overseas with everybody. I miss you guys terribly. I know everyone's having an amazing time. I'm going to go ahead and get this.
What a liar. What a liar. You didn't tear your meniscus. Oh, you don't want to go to Iraq. That's what it is. Oh, I tore my meniscus. What an excuse, Lilian. No.
Actually, it's over here.
Germany.
They're doing the WrestleMania European Revenge Tour.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they'll be coming close over to me. I might be going to see them, hopefully, if I can scrounge up the dollar bill, or the euros, I should say.
All right, everybody donate. We'll get Dave there.
Yeah, but a little follow up on that. JoJo and Eden will be splitting the duties of announcing, but JoJo has been added to the tour to do some announcing duties with Eden. So
Wait, that little chick JoJo, the one on Total Divas?
yeah, the one who used to be on Total Divas. Yeah, she does a lot. She does all of the most of the announcing on NXT.
I haven't even noticed her on there.
Yeah,
she's so unnoticeable.
I know.
Miss you guys terribly. I know everyone's having an amazing time. I'm going to go ahead and get this done. Rehab like crazy. I've got my coach, Colby, that's going to help me out. So I'll see you guys soon. Love ya.
Man, Lilian is adorable.
She is.
Everything she does. Like,
and I love that she's klutzy.
Yeah.
I like that.
But it's like that innocent, like sweet, like, and if she's klutzy, but she smiles still and stuff. And it's, I don't know, man. That's whoever's married to her is doing well.
Absolutely. I got a funny Lilian story.
Okay.
2007, I was a tribute to troops in Iraq and Tikrit, and Shawn Michaels and Triple H come out as DX, and Shawn goes to the ground, and I'm not even sure if the camera caught this or not, but he goes on the ground, and Lilian's wearing this short candy cane dress, and he goes right underneath her.
Oh.
Right underneath her, and like she didn't even notice that he was underneath her for like 3 or 4 seconds, and then she jumped out of the way, and everybody started dying laughing.
That's awesome.
It was great. Shawn Michaels at his finest.
What about this Great Khali story? Have you seen this thing?
Yes, I have.
Weird.
Khali basically announcing to the world that he's coming back to the WWE.
But then he's not.
Then he's not. WWE announced, I think, earlier today that it's not true. He's not coming back, and he's smoking some frickin' Indian weed.
You know what I could see something like is with him, like coming back, like on like one of those. You know what I mean, like the Boogeyman, how he comes back.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand his deal because he's not really. I don't think he's signed, but. And I don't know if they have, but I can't see Boogeyman having a Legends contract.
No, I don't think he has a Legends contract. I think most of those work in like handshake deals.
Yeah, it's almost like, hey, want to come to this? Here's another. Throw some money at you, and then he shows up. It's like, but he shows up like, I don't know. It seems like more than I think it really is, but it seems like at least he shows up like 2 or 3 times a year.
It seems like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, because we've seen him a bunch, but out of nowhere and in small spots, but he's not back. So it's just weird. So I could see Khali like almost like at a Royal Rumble or a Battle Royal or it's something on Raw, like they're just to make a little impact, like who's coming out to be the last guy. Oh my God, Khali, he's back. Like, what's Khali doing here? And then he's in the match and then he's gone again. You know, I could see that happening with Khali because you can use him for his size, but him repetitively being on shows was just becoming detrimental.
I agree. I have a feeling that he's going. If he does come back, and if WWE does want him back, it's going to be because of his work on the tours, on all of the house shows. Because apparently, from a lot of things that I've read about him, he's quite the attraction for house shows. Kids love to go up to him, take pictures. Yeah. He moves a lot of merch that way.
And India, a huge place for WWE. He's like a goddamn god.
He is, and that's legit too. I've read a lot of reports on it. He is very well loved there.
I want to get
his home.
I want to get to Dean Ambrose in a second here, but real quick, guys, if you go to JoeCroninShow.com right now, JoeCroninShow.com, and you click on the FanDuel banner there, you can start playing Daily Sports Fantasy League. Just like I'm doing. Your game's about to start at 7 o'clock, your baseball, whatever game it is, hockey, and you can just go ahead, set your lineup, bet $1, and maybe you'll win $2,000. Maybe you'll lose $1. I don't know. But it's a lot of fun to set the lineup and get results within a day. You don't have to wait a week. You don't have to wait months for your stupid league to be over and follow and trade. Forget that. You just set a lineup, and maybe you win. Maybe you don't. It's FanDuel.com. Go to JoeCroninShow.com. Click on the banner. I get some money. You get some money. And you can play I think you can play a couple games for free, so it's pretty cool. JoeCroninShow.com. Click on the FanDuel icon that you see on your screen blown up right now, JoeCroninShow.com. And it is FanDuel. It's fun to play, and it's easy to deposit the money. And also check on the co-host website, The Dead on Dave, on YouTube as well. Approaching 1,000 subscribers. He's going to be getting there at some point soon. So
I'm at 550.
Yeah, you're going to be getting there soon. You're almost there. We can start going into it. Let's get him to 1,000 subscribers, guys. Get over there. Give stuff away. It's freaking awesome. The Dead on Dave on YouTube. Go check it out. And, of course, we're here with State of the WWE, and I appreciate you guys being here with us as we continue to talk wrestling. There's going to be a second video up later that's a bonus video where we go into other stuff, and you can join us for that if you'd like as well. It is a pay-per-view, so you would have to pay for it. It helps the show out, and that's why it's up there. But you're getting all the real talk here. If you want to do the bonus video, go for it. If not, that's fine. Also, go to ProWrestlingTees.com to get Joe Cronin Show t-shirts, and you can go to the Dead on Dave's channel if you want to look up his stuff on Spreadshirt, and a couple other places. So, bam, we have t-shirts. People ask me about that still. It's there. Anyway, Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
Why? What? Like, where does he go? Because, in my opinion, it's not interesting to turn him heel. It's not, and right now he's not being interesting because there's nothing for him to do because there's too many spots.
Yeah.
But
taking dumps in Kane's toilet and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, like Reigns is more interesting to me to turn heel.
Yeah. I have not seen. Has there been reports that he is turning heel? Ambrose?
There's just a lot of people talking about it. That's all.
I haven't seen it. In fact, the things that I've been reading about Ambrose is that he is like on the verge of a major push. That it's happening. Like he could be the next major feud for Seth Rollins. That big of a push. That's what I've been reading.
I mean, that's what they should have. Honestly, I mean, remember we thought that was going to be WrestleMania. We didn't think it was going to be Randy Orton. Randy Orton got Dean's spot, as far as I'm concerned.
In some ways he did, but I think that it's not a bad idea when you think about it. I think for his first feud as a champion, what better way than to have him go over a 10-time world champion and somebody who defeated him at WrestleMania in spectacular fashion, by the way. My favorite RKO of all time. That was incredible. Then Randy Orton. It makes sense. If he goes over Randy really nicely at Extreme Rules, he's got a nice feather in his cap, and they can go ahead and move on from there, whether it be Brock Lesnar, which I don't think it will be yet. But Dean Ambrose makes a lot of sense going into the summer, especially with Money in the Bank coming up, in a few months. So there's a lot of different ways they can go.
I'd love to go to that. I wish it was in Boston again. I had a lot of fun at the other one.
I have a feeling that at next year's WrestleMania, for the title, we're going to see Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. I think Dean Ambrose is going to win the Royal Rumble. I have a feeling Roman Reigns is going to win Money in the Bank. He'll cash in and make it a triple threat for next year's WrestleMania. I just have a weird feeling we're going to get an all-Shield main event. And yes, that would require Seth Rollins to hold the title from now until then, and I think that's a very good possibility.
You know what I would do? I would give Daniel Bryan the Money in the Bank.
Why is that?
Because the pop that Daniel Bryan would get if he came out to cash in Money in the Bank,
that's true,
would be insane. I mean, Dolph Ziggler had probably, I think, the biggest pop ever from Money in the Bank cash-in. Maybe Seth Rollins.
Because everybody wanted him to beat Del Rio.
Yeah, I mean, everyone wanted him to have it anyway, and it was the night after WrestleMania. And, so I think that he really had one of the biggest pops of all time in cashing in. And maybe Seth equaled that, and we just couldn't tell.
Punk's cash-in was huge.
Okay, I'll go back and watch it. You know what? We should. I don't know if you probably did a video on this because you do a lot of countdowns, but top 5 cash-ins of all time or something like that.
I haven't done that.
It's a great idea.
That's a great idea. Credit to Joe Cronin, because that's a good one. That's a really good idea.
Go do that one. Damn,
that's a good one.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Isn't it? Jesus, I come up with these ideas. I don't have time to do them, but they're great ideas. I'd rather just sit here and talk instead of have to dig things up.
Yeah, fuck.
But I would go there. If you got Punk, you got Dolph, you got Seth's cash in, and that might have been one of the biggest ones. It just was outside. It was hard to hear. Yeah, the night after WrestleMania in a building. What the hell is that?
Edge's first cash in was good.
You hear this?
No.
Fucking plane, swear to God, I thought a plane was gonna come through my house.
It's not good.
It's right over me. Man, that's a huge one. I mean, the airport is right over there. I can see them taking off every day in South Boston, East Boston. So the route. I mean, if you look up in my backyard a day, you'll see planes going crisscrossing, and you're like, how are they not hitting each other?
Because Boston plane.
Logan Airport is right there.
Oh my God.
And that's where the terrorists come from. So
that's right. You know what? To go back to it for a second.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan, I think he's got a real chance to win the Rumble next year.
I think you have to make him win the Rumble because the people won't shut up.
Well, he can't win Money in the Bank and the Rumble, can he?
No.
I mean, why not? Fuck it. Let's have him win that, and he can win the title. And before he even cashes in any of his things, so he'll be the champion, the #1 contender, and the Money in the Bank holder, and everybody's happy now. Jesus.
You
All
know,
hail Brian.
imagine if a heel won the Rumble and then had the Money in the Bank, and then when he lost at WrestleMania, then cashed in the Money in the Bank. That'd be stupid,
I can
though.
only imagine. There are so many things going on right now within WWE, the small little things that I think they're setting up for the future. And some of the breaks they're putting on some of the other guys that we thought we were going to be getting, like the New Day is a perfect example, to where they looked like they were going to push them hardcore in one way, but now the fans have spoke out. Now they're going to do something completely different that looks unique. They teased us with Adrian Neville and Seth Rollins. That the match we got on Raw. There's so many little things going on that I'm really excited about for the future in WWE that I haven't been in a long time. So, but I don't know. I don't know why I just brought that up. I just decided to. Sorry.
No, it's just, there's just so many things you could do. All these I could see Reigns coming down with Money in the Bank. I could see Randy Orton with Money in the Bank. You could just see everybody with it. Dean would be a good person to put it on, because Dean's a good person because everyone else kind of has something to do.
Yeah, he's got nothing.
And yeah, Dean has nothing to do. And if you put it on Dean with his unpredictability and stuff, that's a really good spot for him.
And their feud already helps build that too. I mean, the feud they already had that ended in less than spectacular fashion. Let's face it.
I would really enjoy. Here's what I would enjoy, and I'll put Daniel Bryan aside for now because we all know how much I want to love him and suck his privates. It would be very fun to me, and I'm thinking way ahead, like maybe WrestleMania, maybe SummerSlam, but maybe WrestleMania actually. If Seth Rollins was the champion still, or Seth Rollins was the champion, and although I think that Lesnar will be back in the picture by then, but
you would think, yeah.
You know, it would just be fun if Seth Rollins cheated to win against whoever he was going against. And, Seth, the pay-per-view seems like it's about to end, and Seth cheated, and they were building it like, what's going to happen on Raw tomorrow night? I can't believe. How are you going to explain yourself tomorrow on Raw for what you did? And then all of a sudden, he comes out with the friggin' Money in the Bank and wins.
The age of Brian, the Yes Movement.
Do you know who you do that against, by the way? And I know people are going to groan, but you have Seth Rollins against Randy Orton or somebody like that, because
that would make sense.
If Seth Rollins beats Daniel Bryan, people are going to be so upset. It will be, even though Dean will get a pop, people will still be grumbling that Daniel Bryan lost.
It's got to be against somebody they'd be accepting of. Yeah, I agree.
So Randy Orton, we'd be grumbling that he was in the main event a little bit, and we wouldn't be. We kind of be like, I can't believe it's Randy. But then Dean coming out with the briefcase people would blow up.
They'd lose their minds. Yeah, I think his potential cash in would be pretty damn amazing. I would think, especially if it is on Seth Rollins, depending on who he beat. Yeah, that would be pretty incredible. Let me ask you a question real quick.
Okay.
Roman Reigns. Since he lost at WrestleMania, and I don't know how you felt about it, but I really enjoyed the way they built him in that match. I thought they really did book that match really well. I thought he looked like a badass. But since that has happened, he hasn't been talking as much. His demeanor in the ring seems to have changed a little bit. He's talking a little bit of smack when he's working, even with the Big Show and the boring matches that we've seen 100 times between the two. Are you pleased with the way it seems they're trying to rebuild Roman Reigns? And are you surprised with some of the reaction that he's getting, especially on SmackDown, which there seemed to be a legitimate cheer, big cheer, like he was getting 4 or 5 months ago, that made all this shit possible in the first place?
He's been getting cheered more on SmackDown on all the SmackDowns, because SmackDown is more kids and casual family people that go to that.
Well, this was Dallas, though. This is a town that usually is kind of straightforward, no matter if it's SmackDown or Raw. That's why I thought it was interesting, because, I mean, they weren't very far away from where they just had Raw, and he did not get a good reaction there. In fact, it wasn't even boo or cheer. It was just kind of nothing.
I think when he's not being pushed, he is a fun face to see. Like, oh, it's Roman Reigns. That's cool.
Do you think this is the right way to rebuild him is the question?
Yeah, because I think what they're doing is they had limited time with him because of his injury last year, and they said, let's just throw him out there and make him this underdoggy, not necessarily underdog, but underdog / amazing story. Like, he can't be beat, and like he caught fire, like a team that catches fire in the playoffs.
Sure.
That wasn't the number one team all year, something like that. That he's something more, and then. And now they're going back to, let's build him the way we wanted to build him before we had to rush him because he was injured for half the year.
Now, do you think that was the plan all along, or was it truly an audible in which they really made that decision to have Seth cash in that night because of the really, really bad reaction to Reigns? I mean, those are the questions that are going to drive you crazy. But what do you think? What's your gut?
Let's pretend that he gets cheered. Like he gets people blow the doors off for him. They're going like Daniel Bryan for Roman Reigns, though.
Yeah.
And
do they still have Seth come out?
Yeah, right. Do they make him? I think it's more possible then, yes, that he beats Lesnar, which is what really should have been done with Lesnar. But then there's two more factors into this. There's the number one. The WWE is now aware that the crowd likes an underdog. Yeah. The WWE is very aware that the crowd knows when they're pushing things. So I could see the WWE still having him lose so that those fans that even though everyone was ended up cheering for him were even more rabid. And now the WWE was like, we did it. We got them. They want him more, which is what wrestling is. Make the heel piss the crowd off. We got him. Sure. People are throwing stuff. This is amazing. They almost trolled us with that. I think they almost would have trolled us with that just to keep us frothing and begging more so that they could then run with him for another entire year to WrestleMania next year. Yeah. I could see that. But also another thing that plays into it is, you have Lesnar lose if he's not coming back.
Yeah.
You absolutely have Lesnar lose that match.
If he's not coming back, we're not even having this discussion.
Right. Whether Seth Rollins still wins, but the only difference is Seth would have curb stomped Lesnar. Yeah.
I think this is a way, because he could take the pinfall, it doesn't matter. But because of how everything came together with Lesnar making the announcement that he's WWE for the next 3 years and all that good stuff, it kind of all came together in a perfect situation. I mean, I don't know how you felt about it because I haven't had a chance to ask you, but I really did think that they booked that whole segment, that whole ending to that match friggin' perfectly because there's so many options for the future now. And then especially with Lesnar losing his mind the next night on Raw, which was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
It really was.
And now we're not going to see him until SummerSlam.
Yeah.
We'll see at SummerSlam, buddy.
Do you think it's going to be that long?
Yes.
Because let's face it, after the whole Suplex City bitch and especially Heyman's promo the next night, it's arguable that Lesnar is the hottest property in WWE right now. Do you want to keep him off TV that long?
I don't think it's a matter of do they want to. He doesn't want to be there.
Fair enough.
And look, just look at him when he won the title, and you said, well, but he's the champion now. I mean, he cannot stay away for 3 months.
You would think, yeah.
Stayed away for 3 months.
Certainly did.
Came back once, I think. In that 3 months, he came back once to say, I think it was once.
Yeah.
So I don't. What we got? Payback, Money in the Bank, Battleground, SummerSlam. You might see him maybe maybe twice before SummerSlam. I mean, I don't know. But there's we got 4 pay-per-views before SummerSlam, and you might not see him for a while.
Yeah, I think it's a very good possibility. But I don't know. See, here's the thing. I don't know if it matters as much as it did before WrestleMania because I know a bunch of us were kind of, irritated with the fact that we're not seeing him. And I remember saying, me specifically, that if Lesnar is indeed staying, that for me, I want him to work more dates as champion. I don't feel that same way now because of how epic in which he exited. It was such an awesome moment. Now, I don't know if I mind as much if he's out that long. I'd like to see him back tomorrow, but they did such a good job of having his exit feel so meaningful, but at the same time giving us a whole bunch of guys that we've been waiting to see. Like, it's not a coincidence that his exit coincided with the additions of both Kalisto, who made a hell of an appearance, a hell of a first impression, and Neville, even in a cape. I don't think that's coincidence.
It's not, no, and it's really cool, and I think you'll see him in Money in the Bank. And the other thing is, I'm closing on that. I think that was what you just said was what I feel, and that's it. And I'm agreeing with that. And I wonder what you guys think. Leave it in the comments below. Click the like button. Subscribe to our channels if you like. And I hope you guys really enjoy it. And we're gonna wrap this part of State of the WWE up right now. And I appreciate you guys being here for this and listening. And we're gonna move over into a bonus video of State of the WWE, which is going to be hopefully maybe 20 minutes or so. and you guys can purchase that in pay-per-view if you'd like. And but this full State of the WWE episode is over. I appreciate you being here. Go check out The Dead on Dave on YouTube. Subscribe out here to me, Joe Cronin Show, and look for the bonus pay-per-view video right after this one. And we're going to be talking about Sting and The Undertaker at WrestleMania 32. And WWE has already teased this on the website. And this is got to be a lock, I would think. All right, we'll see you then.
Yeah.
Right? Dave, say big ones.
Big ones.
I don't know why I made you do that. But someday if we ever get in a fight again, I'm going to like loop that like over and over. I'm
Want
just
me to eat a banana?
Yeah, eat a banana, you fuck. Eat a banana, you ass. All right. All right, guys. We'll see you.
I love being back.
Black.
Yeah, black.
Joe Cronin Show presents a show with attitude. Beyond the matches. Behind the storylines. State of the WWE.